Good late afternoon, world, and welcome to a very highly requested vlog, a Starlink unboxing review. We have just ordered this thing. It hasn't taken long to arrive at all. Couldn't believe how fast it came. If you don't know who we are, if this is the first video of ours you've ever seen, we are a British family that moved to the Philippines 3 years ago, kind of by accident. We came here during the lockdown and stayed. Internet has always been a problem for us here on the island. It has basically been very terrible, very spotty. We're heavily reliant on two companies here in the Philippines, Globe and Smart, and both of their options are not good. Here on an island like this, we don't even have options to like post-paid internet or contract internet. Everything is just done pay as you go, and it's all bounced between microwave towers, and you're subjected to whatever type of service they want to offer. So when the Philippines announced that they were going to allow private companies to compete with Globe and Smart, Starlink appeared almost straight away, which is Elon Musk's version of the internet, satellite powered, and everybody across the island has been investing in this kit, including us. As you can see, it's still in the box. I haven't even opened it yet. I'm going to unbox it today. We live in the middle of Siargao Island in this beautiful beach house right here, right on the sea, and we are reliant on these little antenna. So this is our smart tower grabber. So this is pointed towards the Katangnan area over here in General Luna, and all that antenna is doing is basically grabbing a smart signal from the other side of town, because there's no smart towers here where we are. Over on this side, just behind that palm tree, you can see the Globe Tower. This is where we've been getting a majority of our internet signal from, to be honest, the whole time we've been living on the island. And I will say it has been okay considering, but it's only okay because we live far away from lots of other people. Like where our house is, there's not much internet traffic. So, you know, despite the fact that we're uploading and downloading video files which are data heavy, we haven't had that much of a slowdown, and it's been usable, but never fast. So Starlink should change this for us. Oh no, I've locked myself out. I've got a big box in my hand. Can someone let me in? I locked myself out. Super awkward. Alright, let's open this thing up. Another thing you guys might know about living in the Philippines is whenever you receive a new package, you should open the box on camera. I explained this before because sometimes it's a scam and there's a brick inside, which has happened to us if you've seen our videos before. If I open this thing up and there's nothing inside, I've got proof that when I opened it something was wrong, and then I can get refunds and stuff like that. So that is why it's important to open things on camera here in the Philippines. It's in there. Tripod, satellite. Wow, very compact. Simple instructions. Router, wires. Amazing. Can't believe this arrived so quickly. So I ordered all of this kit online 2 weeks ago, and it's passed through China and got here in that time. Believe it or not, all of this was shipped from America, and it got here that quickly. I've always had experience that whenever you order something from America, it costs a lot in customs and takes forever, but we didn't have to pay anything. And also it was shipped with DHL, and normally when I have something come from DHL, I have to go to Siargao myself and pick it up, or pay somebody I know in Siargao to post it on a boat and then get it from Dapper. This was delivered to our door this morning. That's crazy. So I don't know what's happened here and how Starlink has managed to do this logistically so quick, but I'm not complaining. They even provide you with the right plug for the Philippines, and these instructions are foolproof. Look how simple that is, just one to the other. I will say my only complaint so far is that alongside all of this kit, I also ordered a separate Ethernet cable from Starlink at exactly the same time, and it hasn't arrived in the same box. So they're probably going to send that separately. I don't know how long that's going to take. I'll update you. They provide a nice long wire here. 50 foot or 15 meters, so that should be more than long enough to reach from the roof down into our house. I'm excited to set all of this up tomorrow. So it's the following day, and I'm just going to try and do the initial test for the satellite, see if everything's working, because we actually have to head out soon, so I'm not going to have time to do the proper roof setup today. Hopefully everything works. There was already a hole in our wall for the original antenna cable to go through, so I just had to drill some of the plaster that had been put in here to make it a little bit bigger, and I'm going to put the wire in. I'm already seeing an initial problem here. Look at the shape of this wire. It's a massive head and it is obviously L-shaped. So to get this through any person's wall without making a massive hole is a bit of a problem. Let's see what I can do. It might kind of fold through, but then you don't want to damage the tip either. Okay, problem solved. You can actually take this end out. I thought that was jammed in, but this is a lot straighter. Okay, this is working, I think. Just need to get it out this last bit. Put a bit of tape on the end so it didn't damage the plug. Come on, out you go. There we go. Right, last step is to plug in the router to the satellite. It's all been very plug and play so far. Everything is neatly designed. Look, even the shape of the plug, so that you know exactly which direction to put it in. Right, so I'm just going to plug it in, and I'm going to whiz outside to the satellite to see if anything happens. Apparently this thing should move around and find its position. Is there any light on the router? Is there any light on the front of the router? Any LED or something? It's a bit odd that there's like no LED or no lights to show you that it's actually on or not. I'm not hearing any sound from the satellite itself, and the router has no indication at all. So I don't know what's happening at this stage. Obviously I know that this is not a good location for the satellite to go because there's no direct link to the sky. So I'm going to put it on the roof eventually, but I just wanted to test it out now to see if everything was actually working. Okay, there is actually an LED right on the bottom. That's how you know if it's on or not. I've already downloaded the Starlink app, and it says that once you plug it in, you should see the Starlink come up on your settings like a Wi-Fi. So I've connected to that, and let's see what the next step is. Okay, I know, I'm just guessing. I let it do its thing. It says that it's disconnected, but I know it's not. Oh, it's changed position. I can see that it's facing directly up now, which it wasn't before, so it must be connected. So this is pretty cool. The app is now saying find an open area and then point your camera to the sky to see where the best location is to set it up. So I'm going to try that out. It says view results. There we go, it's doing its thing. Looking around, trying to find obstructions. Obviously there's going to be lots of obstructions from this location. We've got this big ledge above us, which eventually the satellite will sit on, and all these bars and trees and stuff. So there we go, it says you might want to find a better spot, because you can see there when I spun the camera around, it's actually mapped out that location and gone half of it is obstructed. So I'm now on the hunt for a unobstructed spot. It's obviously going to be up here on the rooftop of our house. This was always going to be the goal. I didn't know that I had to basically find the clear obstruction-free point before I could even test it, but I might as well just be up here now getting it done. Sacha's helping me to put everything up on the roof. I've got the wires run, I've got the satellite up here. No, missed it again. I've just put some little bit of lithium grease on the bits that are going to be exposed to a lot of elements, because things go rusty here. I'm not sure what this satellite is made of, but it's obviously designed to be outdoors. I'm up on the roof next to our solar panels. This is the next step in our journey to having an off-grid home, satellite internet. Let's see how it goes when I plug it in. Okay, so the satellite is moving itself around. I'm doing a obstruction check right now. It's about to tell me it's a few more % away from being complete and letting me know. Okay, the app says this is a great place for your Starlink, right here. So we just have to wait a bit for the software to update now. Very cool design in the app. So while we're waiting for that, I want to talk about the cost. How much does this kit cost? So if you go onto the Starlink website, it's 30,000 pesos to get all of this kit. So you get the bracket, you get the satellite, you get the wire, you get the router, and you get the power cables, all the stuff that you need to be able to just plug and play, and off you go. That also includes a delivery. And like I said earlier in the video, it came from America and it came really fast, within 2 weeks. So that kit, the starter kit, is 30,500 pesos. So that's about just over 400 pounds. And I'm excited to see what kind of speeds we get for that. If you want to connect your Starlink to other routers that you already have in your house, like if you've got like a mesh network or some kind of extender or range booster, you need to buy an additional cable connector, like an adapter from Starlink, and that cost an extra 3,000 pesos. So I bought one, but it didn't arrive in the same kit. So right now, everything you're seeing in this video is the stuff that arrived with the standard Starlink kit for 30,500 pesos. Once this thing is up and running, we are going to get speeds of over 100 megabits per second, which is amazing. Some people on the island have said they're getting up to 200 megabits per second. And by comparison, our globe tower, which is over there, is only giving us about 20, 25 megabits per second. So it's 4 times minimum the speed of what we currently have here. And we live right next to an uncongested tower. So I'm super excited to see if we actually get those claimed speeds. Also, this internet setup is going to be 2,700 pesos per month for unlimited data, unlimited downloads, unlimited uploads. This is something that we do not get in the provinces of the Philippines. If you don't have a fiber connection or some kind of post-paid deal with Globe or Smart Company, you cannot get this recurring payment, unlimited data setup. We've not been able to have it at all in the Philippines here on Siargao Island at all, the whole time we've been here for 3 years. So we upload and download a lot of data, of course, because we're vloggers. We upload and download a lot of videos, but we have to pay per gigabyte for that information. So we normally spend about 3,500 pesos a month on data. So to have this now at 2,700, it's actually going to work out cheaper than the stuff that's available here in the Philippines, and over 4 times faster, maybe even 8 times faster. So as part of this review, hopefully I'll be able to show you some good speeds in a few more seconds. So I just did a quick speed test up here on the roof. I haven't even got full signal here, and I've got 195 Mbps, 32 Mbps upload. That is incredible. Those kind of speeds here in Siargao are unheard of until now. Look, the speed from the router to my device is slower than the speed from the actual internet to the satellite. Wowzers. I'm looking forward to trying that out indoors in practical use. Okay, just for reference, while I'm up here, I'm doing a globe speed test, which is the tower that's by me by the road. Show you what speeds I get with that. So Globe at Home has been our go-to internet service the whole time we've been here on the island, because it's been the closest tower to us, it's the most reliable, and we have like a kind of prepaid system with them where we top up on an app. So I'm getting very slow speeds here. Hang on, let me move it closer to the router. All right, well, from the same location that I did the Starlink test, I'm only getting 7 with Globe and 1 upload, which is pretty bad. All right, the next test I'm gonna do is this antenna, which is our smart antenna. This is getting a signal from the town, which is about 30 kilometers in that direction. So this was our backup internet before. I'm gonna connect and go. Let's see what smart does for us. I mean, again, the same location that I was in when I was getting my test from the Starlink. Okay, this is a bit better. 20 megabits per second from the antenna for the smart network. Oh, it's going down. All right, 17.3 download and 8.8 syncs upload. Those results are already unbelievable as far as I'm concerned. If you've lived on an island like this, where fiber optic internet is not available yet, it probably won't be for another year or 2, and then what's the reliability going to be like? Like here on the island, the electricity is constantly going down. To have your own connection that you can move around the house and you can basically be reliant directly on the satellites above you, this is an island solution right here. I'm super proud of it. So I'm going to bolt this thing down with some seriously strong bolts, make sure it's all water sealed, and enjoy good internet here on the island for 30,000 pesos, kit included, delivery included, Starlink included. Very cool. And that is it. The Starlink is solidly bolted to our roof. I've got some silicone sealant filling up the holes, lithium grease on top of the bolts to stop them from going rusty. And this system is good to go. Almost 200 megabits per second off-grid setup. I'm super happy, and just in time because the sun is setting and I'm getting bitten by mosquitoes. And I mentioned in a previous vlog as well, one of the main reasons we got this is if we have another typhoon situation or a terrible calamity where we have no contact with the outside world and like when we had Typhoon Odette, all the internet and cell lines went down, we will have a way to connect to the outside world with this setup, because it is directly connected to the satellite. As long as we can power it with our solar, hopefully, we should be able to get messages out should there be another disaster on this island, but fingers crossed that doesn't happen. Let us know in the comments below if you think this is worth it, if this isn't something that would benefit you in your area, because we have many viewers from all over the Philippines who have been asking about this setup. Does it work? Is it worth the cost? And even people on this island have been sending us messages saying, is it worth me getting? So honestly, I can say yes, and everyone that has got this on the island also agrees. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.